Anubis was only a small boy when he discovered the pleasures of the wild. It all started because of his mother, Nephthys. She doted on him lavishly, but also furtively, as though her love for him had to be kept secret. That's how he learned to be stealthy, copying the way she stepped, moved, breathed. That's how he became expert at following the animals. He loved the desert dogs best, maybe because the dogs themselves were stealthy, that gold fur blending with the sands, even as they worked cooperatively to take down a prey. Or maybe it was because the dogs so obviously enjoyed eating. They even ate fruits, scorned by desert cats. Anubis wasn't omnivorous, of course, but he liked that enthusiasm. Or maybe it was because the dogs had scruples. If they were going to kill an animal to eat, they consistently chose old or sick animals, ones who would die soon anyway. Or newborns, which might seem gruesome, but really newborns were the prey of many animals. If a mother let her newborn out of sight, the baby was almost sure to get eaten by something. The point was, desert dogs never attacked a strong animal that had a good chance of many more years of life. They weren't ugly about death. They weren't brutal like lions and crocodiles. Desert dogs ate carrion, too. They gathered at cemeteries and even dug up corpses. That was hideous, of course, but understandable given their natures. The long hours trailing behind desert dogs brought Anubis in contact with death over and over. He thought about it. He dwelled on it. Some deaths seemed almost merciful, some ruthless. He noted that discussions of death are intrinsically intertwined with discussions of life and of how one manages one's ways through the ever-changing needs and choices we face. So it came as no surprise to his parents, Set and Nephthys, when Anubis announced he was going to the underworld duat to preside over the dead. Anubis assumed the head of a desert dog, and sometimes the whole body, just in the color black instead of gold. Black was the color of duat. But it was also the color of the fertile soil along the Nile banks, the soil from which life came. It was the right color. He went about the business of ruling duat. So far, so good in Anubis's life. Then, for no reason at all, his father, Set, killed his truly wonderful uncle Osiris, behaving in the most despicable of ways, drawing out the drama like so much ripped flesh. Anubis went fragile inside. He wrinkled his snout, holding in howls of confusion and loss. His aunt Isis, who was beyond compare the sweet wind that refreshes, plunged into a secretive and solitary state. His own mother, Nephthys, disappeared for long periods. No one seemed to care about Anubis at all. That nearly drove him crazy. But at least Anubis had his beloved uncle again. Osiris came to duet, and Anubis embalmed him himself. Then he behaved as a loyal nephew should. He stepped into the shadows and let his uncle Osiris take over the more overarching role. Anubis, instead, became the patron of orphans and other lost souls. He felt at ease with them, as though he belonged, and he oversaw funeral rites. Anubis was actually grateful Osiris had come to the underworld. Preparing a soul was one thing, judging it was another. Anubis never begrudged abdicating the throne of Duat to Osiris.